Woke up one morning and I had a little bit of a tingling sensation in the fingertips on my left hand. And, a few days later, it was starting to happen in my right arm. But it was not only the fingertips, it was the entire extremities. It was the arms and the hands themselves, both of them. And as days went on, I started to notice that the very thing that had happened with my hands and arms was starting to happen with my feet and legs as well. Mercury poisoning of humans is not something that happens in some faraway land, like Minamata, Japan. People here in Minnesota need to understand it happens right here. It happened to me. We went out late that year. I think we lasted 3 days. Started to get some very large northern. I started eating these things several times a day initially. I thought, it doesn't get much better than this. I had a big sack of wild rice and I had a freezer full of northern. What more could you ask for? Finally, I ran out of fish, so I just started eating other things. And I slowly started feeling better. I came up to Bemidji and I picked up a bunch of information. That's when I ran across a document that specified the symptoms of mercury poisoning in humans. But if there were 12, I probably went from like 1 through 8. Past that, it starts going into kidney failure and other organ failure and finally coma and then death. In about 150 years of burning all these fossil fuels, we've created this situation where now young women and children cannot safely eat many of the fish that come out of the lakes and the rivers in our state. The way we think about this as Indigenous people, we're supposed to think about this in terms of the impacts of our decisions and our actions for 7 generations ahead. But if it took us 150 years or 130 years to get us where we're at now, that's about 7 generations. I think we're at a turning point. We have an opportunity right now to really turn the tide in terms of, how are we going to clean up this problem with mercury in our environment.